Two, three, check, check, check. All right, I think we are live. Hey, everybody, if you guys can hear me, let me know in the comments here real quick. I don't know if, for those of you guys who run Google Hangouts, uh, for some reason, I don't know if you actually ran into this before, but I could not find my own Hangout. You know what I'm saying? I started it like this earlier today. And now I just went back to try to find it, and all of a sudden it wasn't there. So it took me a minute to find it. So I want to make sure you guys are with me here, and we will be getting rolling in a minute here. All right. We got Alex Z in the house too, huh? What's up, Alex? What's up, Dwayne? All right, all right, all right. I can see flying comments here going about 100 miles an hour. That's awesome, 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 awesome. Cool. All right, well, guys, we will be getting right into this stuff. This hangout or this training, you know, I just call it the $4.2 million training, and I'll tell you why in just a moment here. Okay. You know, mainly because we're going to be talking about making money. You know, we're going to be talking about systems. We're going to be talking about some advanced stuff, advanced material. And one of the things that I wanted to do is you know, is I wanted to bring this type of education to you as my, you know, VIP followers and my, you know, my subscribers, VIP subscribers. For those of you guys who are here, you got invited here. And I did not open this to my entire list. My entire list is roughly about almost 700,000 people. But this is the kind of information that I wanted to bring to you guys, kind of laid out as a kind of like as a crash course, so to speak. So that you can take this information and you can, you know, really focus on it, you know, for the next 30 days or for the next couple of weeks, you know, a few weeks, and really apply this in your business and take your business to the next level. Okay, is that cool with you guys? Am I echoing for anybody else? I want to make sure that we are good with the sound. I mean, make sure that I'm not echoing, because if I am, I'm going to have to change my microphone or something like that. Okay. All right. HD City, Kevin, good to see you here, man. Wow, we have a lot of people in the house here. Okay, cool. So the idea is this. Okay, so there's a couple of ways we can do this. Okay, the information I wanted to bring to you guys here in this training. Okay, this is the kind of information that, you know, I mean, we can. I can go through it fairly, you know, kind of like give you the concepts, right? A lot of concepts, or I can actually dive into this pretty deep. It might take a little bit of time for us to really dive into this deep. Okay, I am prepared either way. Let me know what you guys want to do. I think if you really want to dive deep into this kind of stuff, I think we may need to, I don't know, depending on the time. You know, we'll see how far we get, you know, today. But we may need to be breaking this up in like 2 parts or something like that. And again, this will only be for, you know, you guys VIPs, because you know, one of the things I promised you guys VIPs is I'll bring you guys some very, very, very good stuff. All right, some of the best stuff I know, some of the best stuff that works for me personally. And of course, if you're my customers, you know, they're from Big Idea Mastermind, you know, High Traffic Academy 1.0, or good stuff, you know, you guys are invited as well. Okay, so we will see how, you know, we're you know, how we're doing on time as we go. And we will be diving into this thing. Okay, so let me go ahead and actually fire this up. Okay, fire this up. I have a good old PowerPoint for everybody. You guys want to go 4 hours? Miles, I know you don't sleep, man. But I've been, I don't know, we'll see, man. I can go 4 hours if you want to go 4 hours. All right, let's do this, guys. This will be really, really good. Okay, this information, now we're gonna start off as some fundamental stuff, and then as we progress, it's gonna get really, really advanced. So I want you guys to really pay attention to this. It's gonna be so easy to, you know, for you to miss this. It's gonna be so easy for a lot of people to just kind of let this information go through their ears and not pay attention to it. For a few of you who really pay attention, you guys will be able to transform your business. I have no doubt about that. Give me 1 second. Let me try to figure this out here. Get the fire, get this PowerPoint fired up for y'all. All right. Share my desktop. Here we go. Here we go. Now, let me know if you guys can see this, and give me a minute here because I need to check the comments on a different device. All right. You know, I got me this iPhone 6 Plus the other day, and this thing is huge, and I love the screen on this thing. I don't even have to carry my my iPad. You know what I'm saying? I can actually use this as an iPad. Okay. Cool stuff. Just want to make sure you guys can see my entire screen. And as soon as I get that confirmation, we will be moving forward with this. Let's see. Now, okay, I think we're cool. Right? See it clearly? Okay, you guys see the PowerPoint. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and start this off. All right, so the $4.2 million training, and this is, you know, here's what we're going to talk about. All right, we're going to talk about the advanced hidden marketing strategies, folks. Pay attention to what's going on between the words, all right, between the lines over here, because, you know, I tend to talk a lot in metaphors and like examples and things like that, but this stuff, none of this stuff is going to be theory. Everything I'm going to teach you is coming from my testing of it, you know, experience, implementation, and just crazy, unbelievable results. Okay, so advanced hidden marketing strategies I use personally that brought over $4.2 million in sales for me personally in just 15 months. All right, now the cool thing is this is the kind of stuff that can be applied to anything you are doing. Okay, a lot of you guys are in iPass, a lot of you guys are in Empower Network, a lot of you guys into other companies, other programs, a lot of you guys are affiliate marketers, a lot of you guys are doing your own stuff, right? This stuff can be applicable to anything you're doing out there. Okay, now before we go any further, I have to put this giant disclaimer before you and tell you that, you know what, I cannot and will not guarantee you anything. Okay, heck, I can't even guarantee you're going to wake up tomorrow. I cannot guarantee I'm going to wake up tomorrow. All right, it's life, and life is unpredictable, right? Fortunately or unfortunately, however you're going to look at it. But you know, the stuff I'll be showing you are based on my personal results, and they are not average. Of course, you guys know that. You know, you've been with me. You know, hopefully we don't have anybody who is like too new to this. You know, to my teachings, and you know, everything. Anytime I talk about income, you know, just know that there is no guarantees. I'm not implying you're gonna make any money. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not saying you're gonna be, you know, millionaire tomorrow or, oh, you're gonna make any money, right? I really hope, it is my sincere desire and hope that you go out there, you apply these strategies. You, first of all, you really take the time to learn it, to understand it, right? And you go out there and you make 10 million bucks or more with it, okay? Totally possible, totally doable, but at the same time, it's going to be up to you. All right, so here we go. Here's the agenda. There's a couple things we're going to cover tonight. Okay, I want to start off with talking about the 5 big ideas that you know. This is going to be like the cornerstone of everything that we're going to do in our business. Okay, so literally the stuff I'm going to be talking about right from this point on, folks. Okay, and over the next, you know, for the rest of tonight, possibly we have to break this up for maybe a part 2 to do tomorrow or something like that. Everything we're going to talk about is going to be based in kind of it's going to be is going to rise or is going to stem from these 5 big ideas, right, that I want to cover first, because this stuff is, you know, it's going to be a review for some of you. It will be, you know, you'll have some aha moments for some of you, and then but in any case, I want you guys to really don't just listen to it, don't just watch it. I really want you to pay attention, because my chapter in my business right now is I'm really looking for people who I can work with to create millionaires. I mean, that's really, I mean, it sounds cliche, whatever, right? But really, that's what I'm after right now. Okay, so that's you know, I'm going to do everything from my side to help you guys understand this type of stuff. Okay, we're now going to be talking about advanced marketing strategies. And then a lot of you guys have been hassling me about this private coaching thingy, and I'll mention, you know, about what's going on in that world as well. But I plan on opening up a a couple of spots for private coaching if you guys are interested, whatever. It's for those of you guys who kept asking me and kept emailing me, all that stuff. And we will also have Q&A. Okay, so if you have questions throughout this entire, training, this is not, this is not going to be any sort of a pitch type, deal. This is purely value based content. You guys know me. I'm not, I want to bring value to you. Okay, so if you have any questions, write them down. We will have Q&A. Okay, let me ask you, how awesome is it when you get messages like this? Okay. I get many messages like this, in my Facebook account, in my email, tons. I just, I don't want to take too much time focusing on myself, but at the same time, I do want to kind of pre-frame you so that, as you watch this, as we continue into the training, right, you guys have a good pre-frame of what I'm talking about here, okay? So, stuff like, hey, Vic, I would like to join your team. Can you tell me how to do that? Heck, if you check out my Facebook, right, there's a lot of people asking almost on a daily basis, sometimes multiple times a day, people asking, how do I join your team? How do I join what you're doing? And I get no less probably than, anywhere from 10 to 20 emails sometimes on a daily basis, people asking me if they can become a part of what we're doing, okay? That's pretty awesome position to be in, okay? Now, guys, I'm not telling you this to tell you that I'm somebody, either better than you or more special or, somebody that has something that you don't have, okay? I was able to engineer this type of response in the marketplace, okay? And so that's what we're going to be talking about, how you can do the same thing tonight, okay? Now, why is this kind of stuff important? Well, this kind of stuff is important for a couple of reasons. And at the end of the day, okay, I think you're here. At the end of the day, the reason that you're, watching these trainings and, you're doing what you're doing is because you want to get some money, okay? You want to get, some income going on for yourself. And so, again, for, the two people that's out there that, maybe you just became my VIP subscriber yesterday and you really don't know, you're like, man, what you talking about? Why should I listen to you? This is some of my results that I was able to achieve with just one company, okay, in the last, 15 months or something like that. So again, that's not to show you, that's not, I'm not showing you this to, to brag or boast or whatever. I'm showing you this to tell you that this stuff works and works extremely well. But here's the thing, very few people understand how to do it systematically, okay? Very few people understand how to do this kind of stuff so that you don't have to work your butt for it, okay? I mean, initially you have to put in some work, but ultimately what we want, we want to be able to systematize the whole thing, right? And so that you can replicate it, you can duplicate it, and you can see similar results with anything that you touch out there, okay? So that's kind of the stuff we're going to be talking about. Now, the 5 big ideas, folks, I'm going to go through this fairly quickly because I want to dive into some of the advanced stuff, okay? So there's 5 big ideas that I think, as we build our business, it's going to be like cornerstone for our business, okay? Anything you do, and it doesn't matter if it's online business or offline business or, your personal life. I think it's, this is the kind of stuff that is going to apply to pretty much anything that's out there, okay? And, anytime when I teach somebody, either private or in group, I refer to this kind of stuff because this is, I mean, without this, it's like playing volleyball with no net or basketball with no hoop, okay? This is the kind of stuff that it's like, you just have to have it, okay? Without this kind of stuff, you can't really build your business. I mean, you're going to be shooting in the dark, okay? So have a clear target that you can actually see, okay? Very basic, very fundamental. Yes, I know we heard it many times, right? Everybody tells us have a target you can actually see. And you know what? I'm going to challenge you, right? I'm going to challenge you tonight. Even if you heard this 200 times before, do you have a clear, I'm talking about crystal clear target that you can actually see, all right? You're building your business. What does it look like? Okay, how much money do you want to make? What's that number look like? Do you have it on picture? Do you have it on paper? Do you have it in front of you where you can actually look at it right now as I'm talking to you? Okay, if you do, pull it out. Okay, pull it out. Here's the secret, folks, I'm going to tell you. When I got this from a guy named Bob Proctor. Okay, a lot of you guys know that I told you this, many times before. But when I was broke, disgusted, and screwed up financially, one of my mentors was Bob Proctor, and he said, look, just simple, okay? He said there was a book called, Think and Grow Rich, right? And he said there was a secret in the book mentioned a few times throughout the book, kind of sprinkled, right? So that average people don't get it, right? It's funny how this average and typical and above average game works, right? For people. I mean, people that are average, a lot of times they just let this stuff go past their ears and they don't pay attention to it. But he said this. He said, look, there is a secret, right, in that book that's sprinkled throughout the book. And when you figure out, you can pretty much have anything you want. And the secret was really, really basic. It's figure out exactly what you want, write it out so you can see it, and see it as many times as you possibly can throughout the day. Okay, that's pretty much the secret. So I'm going to challenge you tonight, folks. We're going to go fairly quickly. Again, I don't want to take too much time on this kind of stuff, but I want to challenge you, because without this, if you want to become the next millionaire, if you want to become the next, 5-figure earner, the next leader, the next star in your company, in your niche, okay, you must have this stuff. It's not optional. Okay. Detailed written description. Okay, what I did is I just wrote out exactly what I wanted my business to look like, exactly how much money I wanted to earn. I wrote out exactly what people I wanted to work with, exactly what how I wanted people to perceive me, my business. It was written out, and I just put it on my phone, right? And I was just reviewing it multiple times a day. Now, what that's going to do to you is it will literally start to shift your programming. Okay, see. I'm 30 years old right now, okay, as I'm talking to you tonight. Some of you guys are 20, some of you guys are 60, some of you guys are 70, right? And so from the very beginning when we were born, right, we were programmed, okay? So depending on what environment we grew up in, my environment was very, very middle class, very loving, all right, but very middle class, didn't have a lot of money. And so my programming was, obviously, in that area that, money is difficult. You have to work hard. You got to go to college. You got to go, that kind of stuff, right? Like most people, right? And so if that's your programming for 20 years or 30 years or 50 years or your entire life, right? We need to, if we want to break through, there is no way around it. We have to deprogram. We have to reprogram our minds for success. Okay, we're going to get into this in just a moment here, but detailed written description so you can see it daily, multiple times a day. Okay, this one is big. Must be big enough to stretch and inspire you. Okay. Now, when I think about my goals, I mean, my goals are ridiculously huge. They are huge to the point where when I think about them, it's a little bit scary, but at the same time, it's so inspirational. Like when I think about them, when I think about them at 2 o'clock in the morning, I don't want to go to bed, right? Like when I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, right? And I think about the big giant goal that I have, that I want to achieve, something that I want to just do in this industry. And you know what? When I start thinking about that goal, here's a test for you. When you think about your goal, do you lose sleep over it, right? And you say, Vic, you're crazy, man. You're talking about some crazy stuff over here. No, what I'm talking about is having something that's huge, so big that's gonna pull you when the going gets tough. That's gonna pull you. That's gonna inspire you so much that, you know what? Sleep is not as important, right? Think about it. Think about it. Okay, so let's move on. Why do you really want it, right? So create massive leverage on yourself. You gotta put massive leverage on yourself. Okay, is that your family? What if, right? What if you can be the first one in your family tree to break through? What if you can be the first one in your family tree to, to really, to retire your kids, your parents, your loved ones, to really do something significant, right? Something awesome, something that nobody else could do. What if you could be the first one in your family tree that could really change, the rest of your generation? Okay, the rest of your, the rest of your family tree, right? What's your leverage? Okay, very, very important stuff. Number 2, guys, is for me, again, this is what allowed me to build my foundation stuff, right? And we have to talk about it because, listen, I cannot teach you how to make, something that I haven't made. I cannot teach you how to build something I haven't built, but I can only teach you what I was able to do. And this is the same stuff that, this was critical in my success, okay? So mentor and or role model, okay, very, very important. So we all stand on shoulders of giants, okay? Nobody is born, successful. Nobody is born with, all the knowledge and all the resources and everything. And that's actually a very, very comforting to know, because especially if you're struggling, especially if you're going through some rough times right now, listen, we all went through that kind of stuff, okay? I personally did, and we all stand on somebody's shoulders. Okay, I have mentors. You probably have mentors. You probably have people that you look up to. And it doesn't matter. You guys are here. Obviously you're in my webinar. I feel privileged that you follow my stuff. But it doesn't matter if it's myself or somebody else. But get yourself a mentor or a role model that you can follow, and find someone who is doing what you like to do, and model not what they say. Pay attention, right? Don't model what they say, model what they do, okay? Model what they do. And I think you understand why that's important, right? So what I like to do, for me, is it's important to know how they think, right? And why do they think the way they think, okay? So why do they think the way they think? What makes them think the way they think? I'm the kind of guy who I like to, dig under the hood, so to speak, right? I want to know what they do and why they do the way they do it. Okay, why do they do the way they do it? I try to figure out, what somebody is saying and what somebody is doing, and if there is if there's congruency, and why is it like that, right? It's important for me. Now, where are they going? Okay, what's their big vision? What drives them? Okay. And what I want to do for myself is I want to adopt similar belief systems. Okay, I want to adopt similar thought patterns. I want to adopt similar goals and things that inspire my mentors and my role models. Okay, important stuff, right? And one of the big things for me was to cancel out noise, because when I got started, 2005, and you guys know my story, so I'm not going to dive into that. But man, I was just following anybody and anybody who would just say, you know what, I'm making 20,000 a month. I'm going to teach you how to do it, right? And a lot of times we just jump on those, so-called opportunities or shiny, sentences, and many times, we become disappointed, right? I was certainly in that position, because the people that were supposedly, gurus in the industry, they were broke and they were on welfare, and that was not cool. Finding that out a little bit later, that the guy who is supposedly teaching you how to make 20,000 a month is actually broke. Okay, blind leading the blind, folks. Very important. Get yourself 1 or 2 or 3, probably no more than 3 people that you really look up to. Okay, and see if their message is congruent, something that you can actually adopt for yourself. Okay, and build around that. The greats of the industry that you and I look up to, okay, the Dan Kennedys of the industry, the Tony Robinses of the industry, okay, of the world. I mean, all these guys have a mentor, okay. All these guys have a person that they look up to, okay. For Tony Robbins, it was Jim Rohn, okay. For Jim Rohn, it was Rudolph Scholl, Mr. Scholl, okay. For Dan Kennedy, it was the Ogilvy, right? So everybody has a mentor, okay, and so we all stand on the shoulders of giants. So important stuff. Now, this step number 3 is where I see a lot of people miss out. Okay, so we have to develop success habits, and guys, this is fundamental, foundational stuff. And again, I know a lot of you guys who have been with me. A lot of you guys have heard this before, over and over and over again, but I don't want to, to really, take a lot of time on this. Here is my thing. My thing tonight for you is I want to challenge you. Okay. Again, this is going to be a challenge more than anything for you watching this right now, listening to my voice right now. Okay. Let this be a challenge for you. Okay. And kind of compare yourself to this stuff that I'm showing you and see how many points you can score. Okay, how many of these points do you actually apply and deliberately pay attention to and deliberately work on every single day? Okay, so developing success habits, we're talking about there's several areas we need to focus on. Number one is self-help. Okay, I'm talking about, the kind of self-help I'm talking about, guys, is constantly expand your thinking, personal. Okay, read. The Donald Trump, I was just listening to this interview the other day, and the interview was Dan Kennedy actually was talking about this kind of stuff. And Dan Kennedy is one of my mentors, and he said, he met Donald Trump at one of the events where they both were speaking, right? And backstage they're talking, and Trump, comes to Dan, and the first question out of his mind was, "What are the 3 books you're reading right now?" He didn't say what book are you reading. He said, "What are the 3 books that you're reading right now?" Whoa. Okay, Donald Trump asking that kind of stuff. Read. All right. Develop self-confidence. We need that. I think the starting point for a lot of you guys would be just start by doing a 30-30-30 challenge. Paulo Barroso, he's the guy that many of you guys know. He got his start by doing the 30-30-30 challenge. A lot of people started by doing the 30-30-30 challenge. That's simple. Okay, you take 30 minutes a day, and you read for 30 minutes a day. You listen to an audio for 30 minutes a day. Okay. And you do that for 30 days. So hence the 30-30-30 challenge. You do that for 30 days, okay? That's going to take you an hour of your life a day, okay? An hour to invest in yourself. And what's going to happen is I challenge you, right? And I promise you this, if you accept this challenge, if you start actually doing this right now, okay, tonight or tomorrow, and actually stick around through it for 30 days, you just watch what's going to happen to your thinking. You watch what's going to happen to your results. And especially when you start applying the stuff we're going to be talking about here in a little bit, right? Some of these strategies, you will be astonished and amazed at what's going on in your business, okay? So pretty amazing stuff. Second thing is, second kind of like a subcategory, in the develop your success habits is, resourcefulness, okay? So resourcefulness is, basically, refusal to accept no, can't, or impossible, as an outcome. Okay. I mean, if you want something, listen. If you want something, you can have it. Okay. And so many people, they will just settle for no. They get a no or can't or impossible. That's the easiest way. That's the easiest way out, right? Well, no. Okay, fine. Well, I can't. What am I gonna do? Okay, when you're resourceful, you refuse to accept no as an outcome. Okay, you don't wait for others to do stuff for you. Okay, you're resourceful, right? You're not waiting for resources. Okay, you create circumstances. You're not waiting for the right circumstances. You literally go out there and you create circumstances. Okay, something we're going to talk about when we get to the advanced stuff of this training series is, how do you actually create your own circumstances? It's actually much simpler and easier when you understand how to do that, okay? Now, decision to not be typical. This is one of my favorite here, right? You gotta retrain your mind to enjoy doing the things that typical people don't want to do, okay? And the key word here is to retrain, right? You gotta retrain your mind because it's easy to get, to train our mind to do what everybody else is doing, okay? Everybody else, it's easy to just watch TV, right? It's easy to just go about our lives and, not really focus on the things that we really need to focus on, right? Because that's what the society is doing. But when you retrain your mind to enjoy doing the things that typical people don't want to do, okay, for example, give you like a real world example, like real life example, right? So, when you're building your business, okay, one of the things that typical people don't want to do is they don't want to take 30 minutes a day to invest in their professional education, okay? They don't want to do that. Now, how can you retrain? And this is a question for you, okay? I'm not going to answer it for you, but question for you. How can you retrain your mind to enjoy doing that, okay? Keyword, leverage, right? Why do you want to do that? Again, going back to your goal, see how this stuff all connects, right? Like, why do you want to do that? Is your goal big enough, right? Why are you in business, right? That kind of stuff. And if your goal is big enough, if it's something that inspires you, right? Do you see how you can actually enjoy doing what the typical people don't want to do, because you're not doing it just to do it, you're doing it for something much, much bigger. You see what I'm saying? Like when I mean, I used to be like totally out of shape, right? Not that long ago. And one of my mentors in that area was, the guy who created P90X, right? Tony Horton. Here's what he says. He says, you brush your teeth every day, don't you? Right? You eat every day, you sleep every day, you take a shower every day, right? Why not exercise every day? I go, whoa, that's a revelation, right? Why not exercise every day? See, what you're doing is you're investing in yourself, right? See, you're building your business, you're taking a shower, you're eating, you're doing all these stuff, and you have this big, giant vision for yourself. Why not invest in your vision, in your future? You see what I'm saying? Right? So how can we retrain our minds to love doing things that typical people don't want to do, right? Now, when you do all this stuff, you will go the extra mile, and it's going to be easy, right? You'll be okay with taking risks, right? Again, typical people don't want to do that kind of stuff. And the language of success. Again, guys, I'm gonna just literally fly through this. So your thoughts are real stuff, and we all know this. The secret thought. A lot of you guys watch The Secret, and things are, thoughts are things, right? All that good stuff. But here's the biggie for me, right? I want you, and this is something I'm working on constantly for myself as well, and that is, I want to eliminate shoulds and have tos, right? And and all those negative emotion words, right? And swap them with a positive, right? I want to do it. I get to do it. Like if you don't want to read, you know what? You just keep telling yourself, you know what? I want to read. I get to read. You know what? A lot of people don't have an opportunity to read. A lot of people cannot read. A lot of people don't have the kind of books that I have. A lot of people don't have, a lot of people don't even know that they need to read, right? I get to read, man. I wake up every day, and you know what? I'm grateful for the day, and I'm grateful for the stuff that I get to do. Okay, so that's more empowering emotion, and that's gonna carry you through the day. Much, just a whole lot better. Okay. Hold on one second, you guys. I just want to make sure to check the chat to make sure that we are still together. All right. And we are. Okay, cool. Now, every problem. This is a tough pill to swallow. Okay, when everything's going great in our lives, right? It's easy to talk good game, right? It's easy to talk about good stuff, and yeah, man, let's read, let's do this, let's invest in ourselves, and yay, positive thinking, all that good stuff, right? But you know what? When we run into those problems in life, when we run into obstacles, when we run into things that, may seem like, oh my goodness, it's a brick wall. How do I get through it? Maybe it's a health challenge, maybe it's business challenge, maybe it's personal challenge, maybe it's whatever, marketing challenge, right? See, what I've learned is that every single problem, and I heard this before, and I didn't actually, it didn't resonate with me until I started to experience it, right? And it's so true, right? Every problem brings new opportunity. The bigger the problem, the bigger the opportunity at the end of the day. Okay. And so guys, I just want to encourage you. I just want to kind of reinforce the thought, right? That if you are going through some problems right now, okay, just think your problem can become your biggest asset one day. Probably very, very soon. Probably sooner than you think. Okay, so every single problem, embrace it, because that's going to bring you an opportunity. Every single adversity, setback, okay, it's got a seed of opportunity in it. Okay, idea number 4, and this is that's a biggie, and that's you got to believe in what you sell. Okay, so we make money by selling stuff, and for me, if I don't believe in what I'm selling, I'm not going to do it. Okay, so if you are selling something and you don't 1,000% believe in it, like if you cannot stand behind it, with all your might, with everything you've got, with your soul, with like your entire being, like if you cannot look somebody in the eye and tell them, you know what, get this, because I have it, and if you're not your own best customer, right, think about doing something else. There's plenty of stuff you can be doing out there. There's plenty of opportunities, plenty of programs, products you can be promoting out there, right? You have got to be, this is a big secret to my success, my friends. And guys, I'm just going to be completely open with you here because, again, you're my VIPs and my customers. And, if you bought anything from me in the past, one of the things that I'm telling you, and you heard me say over and over again, and that is, I'm not going to tell you what you like to hear a lot of times. I will tell you how it is, okay, whether you like it or not. And that's because I appreciate you guys, right? I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, but here's the thing. If you are not your own best customer, if you don't personally use the stuff that you promote, you're in the wrong business. You're in the wrong game. You might as well just change the game or start looking at what you're doing differently and become your own best customer and believe in what you're selling. Selling is a transference of emotion. Okay, so very, very important to understand. Believing in what you're selling is actually, for me, it's, I want to do it for the bigger reason or idea other than just to make money. Okay, so when you're selling stuff, again, goes back to that foundational thing. You're like, why are you doing it, right? And if you're doing it to make a buck, you can probably make a buck, but you're not going to be in it for long term. Okay, so do it for the bigger idea, for the bigger reason, okay, than just to make money. This is a big thing. If you guys are taking notes, you may want to write these down. Don't sell products. That's what 98, 99% of people are doing out there. That's what the mediocre, that's what typical people are doing out there. You see in the beginning of this presentation, right, I had a slide, that disclaimer thing. I said, my results are not typical, right? Guess what? You know why? You know why, right? I told you. A lot of you guys are in the same boat, right? Because we are not typical, right? We don't sell, typical people sell products. Typical people sell drills. We sell holes. See what I'm saying? Right? So whatever your product is, think about what's the outcome for that product. And you want to sell visions, right? You want to sell the vision, the bigger vision for what that product is going to bring. You want to sell the bigger idea behind that product. You want to sell, is that a movement you want to create out of that? Is that, what's the outcome, right, of that product? And you want to sell the outcome really. And again, this is basic stuff, folks. Again, this is a refresher for a lot of you. But I cannot allow you to not, we just can't not go through this right now, because I'll be doing you a disservice if I did that. Okay. Thing number 5. My goodness, this is where the rubber is going to meet the road. Okay. This is where the rubber is going to meet the road, my friend. Marketing and systems. Okay. Now, the stuff thus far has been at least the foundational, a lot of the, self-investment, right? When we are, when we start shifting to the actual, where the rubber is going to meet the road, like the generation and moving your business and getting in business moving, right? Moving the products, the stuff that you believe in, you invest in yourself. What I really want to spend some time talking to you about is this idea number 5, which is marketing and systems. Okay, marketing and systems. Now, what I want to make sure that I can explain this to you guys. Now, the way I run stuff, is I just, none of my stuff is like scripted or a lot. A lot of times I just talk from the heart, and I talk from experience. Listen, some people ask me, Vick, why, how come, how come it seems to be easy for you to do this kind of, these kind of trainings? Well, it's because I just talk from experience. But my challenge right now is I want to explain this stuff to you so that it's simple enough for you to understand it, because this stuff is, it can be complex. Okay, it can be, it is advanced, and you need to pay attention so that you don't miss out. It's going to be very, very easy to miss out on some like million and multi-million-dollar ideas here. Okay, and so my challenge is to, how can I keep it so simple yet deliver it, at the level so that you can get it, and don't discount it for, it sounding simplistic. You know what I mean? So the idea is this: is if you want to separate yourself, okay, you want to have, and this is not. It's optional if you want to play in the $100 to a few $1,000s a month arena. You know, maybe up to $20,000 or so. But just in a minute, I'm gonna make another challenge. I'm gonna put up another challenge for you, and that's to start looking at your business totally differently. Okay, and in the light of that, I want to suggest that you start thinking about creating. Okay, how can you create? We're gonna spend some time on this. How can you create yourself an ultimate marketing system? Okay, and talk about that. Second thing we're going to talk about is, obviously, we need to talk about traffic, right? And here is something that you need to remember. Again, this is $1 million advice for you, okay? From a guy who is, I mean, traffic has been my topic, for the last at least 7 years. 7 years ago, I decided, you know what, I don't want to be, a so-so at traffic generation. I want to be the best at it, because traffic is, it's like blood in your body, right? It needs to flow. You need to understand this. And when it comes to traffic, it's not what you know. A lot of mediocre people think they need to know things about traffic. Okay, I need to know this resource, and I need to know, I need to know how to do that, how to do Facebook ads. That stuff is okay, but that stuff is gonna, is gonna keep you, just above broke. Probably, it's probably gonna give you a little bit of a cushion. Okay. The real traffic pros, it's not about, it's not about what you know, it's who you know. Okay. And we're gonna talk about that a little bit, in a minute here. Okay, I want to make sure you guys are still with me. Make sure we're still online. All right. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. Okay. Now, this is something that, we have 1,500, 1,600 people in the room right now. And I actually am very, very curious how many of you guys will actually get this. Okay. Don't add, multiply. And I'm going to explain this to you. I'm going to explain how I did it in my business, and how you can see to grow your business. Okay, you can grow your business by yourself, by sheer personal production, and just going out there and just working like crazy, right? And that's okay. You can do that. But you can also create an unbelievable, just mind-blowing leverage in your business, and you can literally multiply your business. From month to month, from year to year, you can multiply it. Okay, don't add, forget addition. Let's talk about multiplication. Okay, that's when you really, really, really take your stuff to the next level. That's how you really become the true star, in your marketing. And there is very, very, very few people understand how to do that. Okay, think about this. Everybody knows this guy, right? You guys know this? This person, that's Mr. Bill Gates, right? At one point in time, he was the wealthiest man in the entire planet, right? Now, let me ask you, is this guy in a hardware business, or is he in a software business? Right? Of course, he's in a software business, right? Now, Bill Gates, right? What made him to be the wealthiest man on the planet at one point in time? Obviously there's other people that surpass him, right now today. But this man right here, he understood something that very, very, very few marketers. Like, what's the correlation between what kind of lesson can we learn from Bill Gates? Okay. See, this is the kind of stuff that I'm fascinated about. Okay. I look at Bill Gates. I look at all these giant companies and corporations out there in the world, okay? And, I look at cities. I look at Las Vegas, and I look at New York, and I look at, just like Dubai, and I look at just stuff that's just totally off the wall and on the surface seems to be totally unrelated to what we do as marketers. And there is so many like deep lessons that we can draw and apply to our business and take our business to a whole new level. Okay. Do you guys have any idea? I'm actually curious. I'm actually going to check up, look at the notes here. If we can take a quick pit stop here. Do you guys have any idea, how, what we can model from Bill Gates for our business as marketers? What specifically can we model from Bill Gates and apply to a business to really separate ourselves from the rest of the marketing competition out there? He has people work for him under his own company. True, but that's not what separates him, or that's not something we're going to model after him. HTA to big idea mastermind to 4 million to the 2 million training now. That's leverage. Okay, let's see here. I'm looking for some answers here, guys. I'm looking for some answers. Okay, what can we model from Bill Gates apply to our business? Shortcut, imperfection, vision, rising yourself from the competition, vision, provide to the masses, don't give up, mental software. He is consistently upgrading his products. True. All of that stuff is true, but that's not it yet. All right, we can model being a leader, big vision, hunger, vision, philosophy, philanthropy, his vision, launches, system, vision, systems. Okay, licensing. Somebody's getting closer, right? Create, duplicate, automate partnerships. He's unique, all right? He created a system. Yeah, true. All of it, all that stuff is true. Friend of genius, clarity, hunger. Okay, all that stuff is true. Okay, here, what Bill Gates did was he said, guys, pay attention here. Okay, because this is the kind of stuff that's going to set you free for the rest of your career. Okay, especially if you are a network marketer, if you're an affiliate marketer, if you are, if you sell your own stuff. Okay, this is really, this one right here can be, this right here, it can be, $4.2 million idea for you. Okay, literally, because that's what I've been doing. Okay, and a lot of people, don't really realize, how am I able to, join an affiliate program, promote something like an autoresponder, promote something like a network marketing company, and literally become number one in pretty much anything I do. And, you put me in any company, right? Any company, give me like 60 days, and I'll be number one. Not saying this to boast at all. I don't need to boast, folks. Okay, but I'm saying this. And I'm telling you this because of stuff that I was able to model after people like Bill Gates, and the stuff that I genuinely really want to bring to you, and really, for you to understand this, okay, and think, how can you do this for your business? Now, this is going to be advanced, okay? So Bill Gates, he was looking at, at computers, right? There is hardware, the boxes, the mouse, the monitor, right? All that stuff. Okay. He said, you know what? I want to own the intelligence that runs that thing. Think about it. The company that you're in, the product that you're promoting, see that as a box, as a computer box. That's it, folks. This metaphor, you're going to remember it for the rest of your career, okay? If you really internalize it, if you really think about it. The business that you're in, the program, the product that you're promoting, okay? that is nothing but a box in a computer metaphor. That's nothing see that as a hardware. Okay. Now, people who were pushing those boxes and still push those boxes, okay, those people are not anywhere near at the level that Bill Gates is at. Okay, Steve Jobs was doing something very similar. Okay, you don't want to sell the hardware. You want to sell, you want to own, you want to create and own the intelligence that runs that box. Okay, you want to create the intelligence that runs that business, that runs that company. See what everybody, like 99% of affiliates in any given company, what they're doing is they're selling the box. Okay, they're selling the hardware, and because they're competing with each other by selling the hardware, okay, they're wondering why they're not making money. Is that a scam? Is that this? Is that that? No, it's because they don't understand. Very, very few people understand. Okay. Now you want to control the intelligence. Now, what's the intelligence? The intelligence is the ultimate marketing system. I never talked about this before. Okay, this intelligence is going to allow you to not just add to your business, right? We're not talking about addition. Like, see, when you're selling boxes, when you're selling hardware, right? When you're selling, the program, when you're selling the opportunity, when you're selling, hey, when you're promoting your company directly, even like other systems that you join, right? If you depend on that too long, you're going to be crushed by the competition. Okay, you as a marketer, you want to own the intelligence that's your own. Okay, hold on one sec here. We are going to get a little bit deeper into this thing. Okay, so here, your business perception. Okay, your business perception. Every single business. Okay. Think of yourself like, okay, so here's another metaphor I'm going to give you, okay, and this is going to completely change the way you think about your business, okay. A lot of times, shoot, almost all the time, like almost 100% of the time, when we start, marketing. How many of you guys are brand new here? Give me a quick why if you are brand new, okay. How many of you guys are brand new here? Give me a quick why. Okay, well, a lot of people are brand new here. Okay, cool. So a lot of times when we start a business, okay, especially when we're brand new, we don't ever think about the stuff that I'm going to tell you in about 5 seconds. Okay, and that is what's your business perception when you start a business? And I learned this from my mentor. So Vick, you build your business with an end in mind. So back to the future, so to speak. Okay, back from the future. Okay, think of your business as a building. Okay, that's a metaphor. So think of your business as a building. Okay, picture that in your mind. See a building. Now, what kind of building do you see? Right? You decide, right? Not me, not somebody else, not the company. I want you to start looking at your business, not the company that you're with, but your business. You Incorporated. Okay, you LLC. Okay, Mary LLC. John, you. Okay, you watching this right now. You. Okay, you are your business, my friend. Okay, not the company that you are part of. Say, listen, tomorrow the company folds. What you gonna do? So will your business. If your business is somebody else's company, okay, you don't want to be in that position. You want to have your own business that you can control. Okay, and so again, this is going to be deep stuff, guys. But I think I can break it down simply enough to where you guys can understand. And yes, we will be talking about traffic. We will be talking about like specifics, how you can do what you can do, all that good stuff. This is going to be really, really good stuff. Okay, now we're just like getting into advanced material. Okay, So you decide how your business is going to look like, okay? How it's going to look like inside, outside that building of yours, okay? How does it look like inside? You know, is that wood? Is that stone? Is that limestone? Is that, carpet, floors, right? How does it look like outside, right? Is that, like marble, glass? Is that, just a regular, siding, right? What's the landscaping look like around your building, right? Is that big? Is that small? Is that clean or dirty, right? Is that fresh and light, or is that stinky and dark? See, when I think about business, I think about building. And let me tell you why, okay? Again, I might be just weird, but this stuff actually works for me. And you check it out, see if it's going to work for you as well, okay? So there's different types of buildings, right? It can be a trailer. Is that a single family home? Is that a Super 8 motel, right? Or hotel? Is that a resort, or is that a New York skyscraper? Okay, there's different things that we can look at, right? Now, my friend, when you are starting your business, okay, when I build my business, when I start my business, okay, I want to focus my attention on the outcome that I want how I want my building to look like. Okay, when we build a house, we have this blueprint, right? And we have a picture, we have a clear picture of what that house is going to look like, right? When it's built. Now, the beauty about this business, okay, is I guess fortunately for us, because most people don't understand this, right? We understand this, and it just makes our job so much easier, right? It's just so easy. It's so much easier for us to get results and stand head and shoulders above the so-called competition out there, right? Is because we understand this principle. Now, whatever your business, whatever your building is going to look like, okay, is that going to be, a single family home, or you shooting for like a huge giant skyscraper, or the Dubai Tower, right? Now, the quality of the guests that you will attract, right, will be in the direct relation to the perception people have about your building. So think about this, okay? So people that go and visit, people that hang out, people that that rent rooms at like Trump Resort, Trump Tower, right, in New York or Chicago or Miami and things like that, right? Do you think those people are a little bit different caliber of people than people who who take rooms at like Hotel 6 or Motel 6, right? Do you think that those guests are a little bit of a different, they have different mindset, they have different, they act differently, they behave differently, right? So how can we model that in our business? Okay. Now here's another thing. You'll be able to grow and upgrade your building, right, to the extent that you take care of the guests that hang around in your existing one. Okay. So when people enter your world as a marketer, they're entering your building. Okay. They're literally entering into your building. Okay. Now, what do they find there? Right. Again, I'm being metaphorical here, guys, but stick with me. This stuff is going to make sense. And it will serve you. I believe it will serve you tremendously well, in the future. Okay. And while you guys are here, let me know if this stuff is making sense. You guys are still with me, or am I confusing you here? Because I'm really trying to, I'm really doing my best to not confuse you. Okay. Okay, making sense? Cool. Cool. Okay. So again, when people enter your world, okay, your ultimate marketing system, okay, not your company, but your business, okay, they're entering that building, metaphorically speaking, okay. Now, the inside of that building and what the atmosphere is like, all that good stuff, right, is going to determine if that visitor, if that guest is going to keep coming, is going to come back, if they're going to recommend you to other people, and in general, what kind of guests you're going to attract is going to depend on how your business, how your building is going to look like from the outside. Okay, are you going after the low-hanging fruit, like the bottom of the barrel, so to speak, right? Just just like, are you focusing on just getting those? If you're, let's say, if you're an iPass, a lot of you guys in iPass, right? Are you focusing on just, let me just focus on getting those $7 trials or dollar trials? Okay, if you guys are in a Power Network, are you focusing on just let me get the $25 sign up, and that's all I'm focusing on, man? That's something I call low beam vision. Okay, you want to have a high beam vision. You want to look at what you really want, your business percent. How you want people to perceive your business, and that's going to depend on you, my friend. That's going to depend on where your focus is going. Okay, so how we were able to build my programs and systems that that I built is is I don't know, make sure I'm just reading some comments here. Make sure you guys are with me here. How I how I was able to build it. For example, even Big Idea Mastermind, right? Is my focus was not on the low dollar sales, right? My focus was all on the on the premium, all-ins, right? And I'm gonna take you guys behind the curtain here in a little bit, and actually show you how you can actually engineer all that kind of stuff. It's actually pretty fun, okay? But again, you'll be able to grow your business, right, and kind of upgrade it to the extent that you take care of your guests that hang around your existing one. Okay, so we can start, with a small house. We can start, as a small, tiny thing, but we can make it so good on the inside, right, that more people will be attracted to it, and people will be recommending to it, and then all of a sudden that small thing is not going to be able to hold the amount of people that come to it, right? And naturally it's going to get upgraded. Naturally, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Again, guys, this is metaphorically speaking here, but this is the way I think about it, guys. Are you a stinking motel, or are you an amazing skyscraper, right? Maybe all glass, maybe just I don't know, 50, 70s, 80, 100 stories high, maybe more, right? Are you one of those businesses that just stick out, right? Let me do this right here. Hold on. Okay, I want to make sure you guys are with me here. All right. Hello. Anybody sleeping yet? Okay. I may be able to use my whiteboard here in a moment. Okay, I want to get to some traffic stuff, guys. Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay, so here is the thing. Okay. Here's the thing. You guys can see this. All right. So this is, this is a, let's let this represent, a city, right? City lights, blah blah blah, right? All these houses right here. You guys can see this. All these houses, same neighborhoods, single family homes, all that stuff, right? Everybody, that's like majority of people, like 99%, right, of the city is looking the same. Pretty plain, pretty leveled, right? There's one area to where there's a skyscraper, okay? Maybe there's a little bit low, not as tall one, but maybe there is a giant one, right? Maybe an awesome, right? Here is the secret to my success, okay? And you know what? If you are focused on being these houses right here, if you want your business to look like this, and you just like, I'm gonna be okay, man. I just want to make an extra $5,000 a month. I'm cool. That's okay, right? You, my friend, are gonna be just like everybody else. Okay. just like everybody else, right? Here's my challenge. Why not aspire to be this? Okay? Why not aspire? Why not build your business even when you are just getting started? Okay? Even when you're just getting started now. If you just got started yesterday, okay, in this industry, why not aspire right away to look at your business as a tall skyscraper and kind of build it back from the future, so to speak? Does that make sense? Now, the big question is, there's a couple things, right? Well, number one is, why would I do that? And thing number two is, well, how do I do that, right? How do I do that? And that's something I want to, take the time to really cover, right? As we move forward here, okay? So, my business, any promotion, and this is not just for your business, okay? Every single promotion. So let's say there's a product, okay? There's a product that you want to promote, a new product, right? That you want to add to your portfolio or whatever. Not only do you look at this for your business, but you look at this metaphor, and you look at that for every single promotion that you've ever put out there as a marketer, okay? So my thing is this, is before I put out a promotion, I set an intention, right, for that promotion. I set a clear expectation and a clear vision working back from the future of how I want the promotion to work out, okay? So when everybody else is running their promotions and they're playing in this pool right over here, okay, I want to play this game right over here, and I want to say, hey, how can I get here? And you know what? Maybe if I don't get here, maybe I just get here, right? Maybe I get here. Look how much taller and better that is than being over here. You see what I'm saying? Now the question is, Vic, how do I do this, right? How do I do this kind of stuff? And the way to do this, is to understand, right? Is to understand a couple things. I'm gonna make sure you guys are still with me here, and make sure that we are. I got like quite a few windows open here on this computer. All right. Let me erase this real quick. I want to get to some good stuff here, guys. Okay. Now this stuff is not your beginners by any means, folks. This is advanced, all right, advanced material. But this is something that I want you to start thinking about. Okay, literally start thinking about that. As you as you progress. Okay. As you go about your business. Okay, telling you. Very, 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 very few people, okay? Very few people understand this, okay? The path. You guys want to know this? The path to 7 figures, okay? Okay, I'm sure you guys can see this, okay? 3 things. Just focus on 3 things. Now, this is going to be on top of, I will assume that you already have something you're promoting, you already are part of a company, whatever, right? So, number 1, okay, it's going to be your ultimate marketing system. Okay. Can you guys see this okay? I'm not sure my market might be too light or something. Let me know if this is hard to see. And last one is going to be traffic. Okay, so this right here, my friend, this is the path to 7 figures, multiple 7 figures in your business. And anything like when you have these 3 components into place, okay, you can literally go to ClickBank. And you can pick a product that's actually good, something you believe in, and and you can layer, these three components on top of it, crushing it. Okay, you can join any company, any opportunity, any multi-level marketing, network marketing company. You can create your own product, you can create your own course. You layer these three things on top of it, boom, that's all you need. Okay, that's all you need. So how is what is the ultimate marketing system? Okay, so ultimate marketing system is where again, this is not a beginners, okay, but this is where I want you guys to aspire to. This is that huge tall building. Okay, ultimate marketing system is that intelligence that powers and that runs and operates that box, like we talked about. Okay, it's the thing that's gonna, you're not dependent on any company. You're literally dependent on yourself. Okay, so and that's an open door. That's an open door to 7 figures just by doing this. Okay, mass auto leverage. I'm going to explain this to you in just a minute. But mass auto leverage is where you start. You run first campaign. Okay, you run your very first campaign, and the moment you have first sales coming in through that campaign, you're not adding new sales and people. You're multiplying. Okay, I will walk you through this. Let's see, what time is it? 9:18. My goodness. Okay. I want you guys to understand this. Okay. And then traffic again is the level we're going to be talking about here. Okay. When it comes to traffic is going to be more about. It's not about you grinding and constantly running and checking your stats and this and this. The traffic I'm referring to here is the traffic that that it's more of going and grabbing as much as you want, putting it right, and letting these two things leverage the traffic, right, and this whole machine right here runs like crazy. Okay. Look, will there be a recording of this? I need to re-dissect this training. I wasn't planning on putting this out there, guys. What I will probably do is I might put this in like some sort of like a password protected area or something like that. Okay. Not sure. I will not be putting this out there. I don't want this to be out there. Okay. So let's do this. Man, I know some of you guys are like up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Do you see where we're going with this though? Okay. Do you see the direction? Okay. Do you see the little bit of a different thinking here? Okay. Do you guys want us to go and finish this off, or do you want me to do like a part 2 of this, to where I literally walk you through those three layers? The path to 7 figures tomorrow. We'll just start with that, right? And probably go for like an hour and just really dissect that with examples and all that good stuff. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we can do that. I can do that for you guys. And I think it'll be, here's your homework. Okay. Here's your homework for right now. Okay. When it comes to ultimate marketing system, okay. Ultimate marketing system. What I want you guys to start thinking about, even if you're brand new, okay, don't let your small business make you small-minded. Okay. What you want to do is, as you are a part of different systems, if you are, okay, as you are getting other emails from other marketers, that promote other. There's very, very few marketers that actually, have and run ultimate marketing systems, in their marketing, or deploy that kind of stuff in their marketing. Almost nobody, probably, I can probably count them on my one hand, on my fingers, of people who understand. You guys are going 100 miles an hour. Of people who understand mass auto leverage. Okay, let me explain to you very briefly here what I mean by mass auto leverage here. Okay, so basically the idea is this, and this is going to be a little bit of advanced. Okay, here's what you do. Okay, this is your landing page. Okay, this is your traffic. Okay, this is your, what I call a pre-frame page. Okay, a pre-frame page, and this is your actual stuff that you sell. Okay. Okay. Now, that's a typical funnel. Okay, that we see a lot. What we don't see, okay, is how can we take this, and how can we apply a mass auto leverage component into it. Okay, so it's actually pretty simple. So we have traffic coming into the landing page. Okay, we're promoting it ourselves, and people are, let's say this is my product right here. Okay, when people are promoting this, they are, when I promote this, when people buy this product, obviously I make commissions. Okay, so what I do is I create this pre-frame page, and this is something I want to cover with you guys, either tonight or tomorrow. But respecting your time. We may just jump into this tomorrow. But see, what you do is everything, like the first few sales you have coming in here, okay? At the end of this, okay, on the bottom, behind this whole structure right here, okay, you do this, okay? This is where your ultimate marketing system lives. Okay? See, I'm sure you guys can see this. Okay? This is where your ultimate marketing system lives. Nobody see that. Okay? Nobody needs to see that until they have actually become either your subscriber. You can do this with subscribers, or you can do this with sales. Okay, with people that actually bought the thing that you're selling over here. Okay? And so what you do is you set it up, and it's actually not that complicated. Okay, you just have to understand, some psychology behind this. But what you do is you layer this, okay, over this funnel, which is super easy to build. Okay, and these people, the buyers, okay, as soon as they become buyer, they just stepped into your building. Okay, and so in your building, what you do is you say, look, I've got this system for you. Okay, you set them up with, you replicate this whole thing right here. Okay, this replicated thing lives over here. Okay, and so what they do is you set them up with a replicated system. Okay, you allow them, you teach them how to get this thing, and this is going to be so easy when you have this. It can be so easy. Okay, you cannot believe how easy to get in traffic when you have something like this in place. Okay, but the idea is you want to create yourself mass auto leverage. Okay, and the reason, and the way you do this, one of the ways that you can do this, okay, is this. You say, let's say this was sales. Okay, you can say, hey, here's your link. Here's your landing page, right? It's going to be custom. You can use that for the first 7 days, okay? For the first 7 days, or you can do this. You can say, you know what? Let's say you can tell them, okay. So for the next 7 days, use this right here, okay, to to build your own foundation for the business. Okay, now the way this works, okay, is it's API based. Okay, so when that person, okay, when this person right here, okay, when this person goes out and they promote, okay, they get traffic, right? They go out and they promote. When they promote, what happens is when somebody opts in, because this person is in training, okay, and you have this all printed out in a contract, in your system, something I'm going to teach you guys. But when that person is in training for the first 7 days or the first 30 days, however you define that, right? When they promote this system, every single opt-in that they get from this traffic is going to go and is going to go to that. Let's call this John, right? It's going to go to John's autoresponder. Okay, he's building a list. He doesn't know what to do with that list, right? He doesn't really understand any of this stuff yet. So what you do is you say, John, I'm gonna help you run. I'm gonna help you get a few sales here. Okay, so that when John promotes, that lead goes to John's autoresponder. Okay, he's in the learning process. That same lead goes to your autoresponder. Okay, now you control the funnel. You control the sales flow of this entire machine. Okay, don't want to confuse you guys. I think when I show you some examples, everything's going to click for you. Everything's going to make perfect sense. Okay, so what you're doing is you just leverage yourself. Okay, now you run traffic and this thing works. Now John runs traffic and this thing works. And now you have many Johns, right, in training, run traffic. Now these guys are getting results, okay, and you are leveraging yourself. And what you're doing for yourself, okay, what you're doing is you are building yourself. Number one, you're building yourself an image. Number two, you're building yourself a loyal, extremely loyal following over here, okay, of these Johns. You're building yourself massive, massive, massive list, okay. You are building yourself credibility. You're building, you're literally becoming the star in your industry. Does that make sense? Now the question is how do you do all this stuff? Again, this kind of, guys, this is an advanced stuff. Okay, so what I showed you here is a framework, okay, of what you can do in your business. Now you can do this with leads. You don't even have to sell anything. Okay, you can literally create. Let's see if you can see this. You can literally create a landing page. Okay, you can create a landing page. Okay, you can create a landing page and a thank you page. Okay, and a thank you page. You send traffic to your landing page. Okay, as soon as they opt in, they go to a thank you page. On the thank you page, behind the thank you page, you can redirect them wherever you want to redirect them to. Check this out. This is powerful stuff, man. Amazing stuff. Okay, this can cut your results. Like, if you had to work an entire year by yourself generating results, you can apply this model in your business. You can deploy this kind of model in your business, and you can take the results that would take you 1 year doing it by yourself. You can do the same kind of results in about 3 weeks. Okay, I kid you not. This stuff is absolutely mind blowing. That's why I don't like. When you understand this, most importantly, when you start doing this kind of stuff, man, it's over. Okay, it's over. Very, very, very few marketers understand how this stuff is done. Okay, so let's say that you model this for your landing page process, right? Just for the opt-in process. On the landing page, you come up with a good hook, right? There is a there is a hook, and you get people with your hook, right? We talked about that if you own Internet Traffic Formula, High Traffic Academy, you're gonna be rolling that stuff out here soon. You guys will be learning about all that traffic stuff here soon, okay? But as you have this opt-in, they are in your list, okay? They're in your list. Right behind this, there is Ultimate Marketing System, okay? You're deploying this Ultimate Marketing System, and you're taking this opt-in to a special one page, okay? Just one page that's gonna say, hey, congratulations, how would you like to get this cool free thing from me, or part two. Let's say if you have, a hook over here and you have a lead magnet, right? Maybe the thing that you can offer them over here is the continuation of that lead magnet, right? Part two, or something that's more advanced, or something cool, or maybe something that's even not related to that, but that's still something pretty awesome, right? And you say, you know what? Here is your link. All right. Post this link on Facebook, or send a couple friends an invite. And when you get 5 people who take this thing right here, right, you will automatically get this other thing, okay, which is lead, let's say lead magnet 2, right, that you promised them. You will get this for free, okay. So what you're doing is you're funneling this with traffic, okay. Now you have, let's say you have 100 subscribers, okay. Those 100 subscribers each refer 5 people. This is not, and you don't even have to pay them anything, okay. You just have to understand how to create this ultimate marketing system right here, okay? And that's called mass auto leverage, my friend, okay? You can do this with leads, you can do this with sales, you can do this with anything you want to apply this, okay? Now, if you really want to super accelerate your success here, okay? What you do is, we talked about traffic, right? So where do you get traffic? Guys, check this out. There is, right now, like, we're gonna be, I'll be putting out some really awesome traffic trainings for free here to the marketplace. We will be, releasing High Traffic Academy 2.0, but as you guys know, before we do that, there's going to be massive, tremendous value, pre-launch sequence that you guys will be able to get for free. And this time is going to be, it's totally value-based training. Okay, so you guys will learn a lot. Okay, promise you that. Now, when it comes to traffic, I'll tell you right now. Okay, if you remember good old Google, okay, for those of you guys who have been around like myself, like in 2006, 2007, 2008, right? Google used to be pretty awesome. I mean, I remember getting traffic for as low as 8 cents per visitor per click, right, from Google keyword, right? Google AdWords. Now, right now, you're not going to play that game, right? They don't play the game anymore. But there is something that Google rolled out recently that's still in kind of like in a beta version, but that thing is called video ads. Okay. Now, there is, in our space, hardly anybody is doing that kind of stuff yet. Okay. But that stuff is going to allow you to get traffic for as low as 5 to 10 cents per lead. All right, per lead, not visitor, lead. All right. Now, you can check that out. We'll go into a lot more detailed training on that. That's do-it-yourself kind of traffic still. Okay. One of my favorite, like, if you want to play the traffic game on a massive scale, okay, you do that by leveraging CPA networks. Okay, so what you do is, check this out. You have this system, okay, you have this, ultimate marketing system, right? And you have a mass auto leverage kind of laid over that. Okay, you have this. Because you own this, you can control what landing pages you have, right? You can create, different versions of landing pages, because you're not competing with like thousands and thousands of people, right? You're able to go to a CPA network, okay, and you can say, you know what, guys, I'm gonna pay you $2 per lead. Okay, $2 per lead. Oh, and by the way, I want to make my lead to be double opt-in. Okay, so before I pay you $2, I want to make sure that every single lead that comes into this thing is a double opt-in, meaning that it's verified. Okay, so I don't even care how much traffic these guys send. All I'm paying for is, I'm just paying for lead. Okay, anytime when you can get a traffic for anywhere from, if you can get a lead for about depending on where it's coming from, but anywhere from $1 up to $3 per lead. Okay, and you have this thing converting for you. Okay, if you can put $2 here, and you can get $10 on a back end, okay? How many thousands do I want to put in here to multiply my back-end result over here, okay? That's awesome on the front end. On the back end, though, is those thousands of leads, right, that I'm following, these Johns over here, and no, if your name is John, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking about you, okay? But this army that I'm building, guess what these guys are going to do when I have my ultimate marketing system, right? These guys are going to multiply my business without me spending an extra dime. You guys with me? I don't know how many of you guys get in this, right? But this is the kind of stuff that I wanted to teach you. Okay. Let me know if you guys are if this is making sense. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me check out the comments here. Make sure we are still here. Cool. Awesome. Okay, guys. So here's what we're gonna do. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We are going to. We're going to. If you guys want me to go into like part 2 of this thing right here, you know, I have no problem doing this. We can do this tomorrow. You know, tomorrow night about the same time, or I can do this a little bit earlier maybe to accommodate, you know, those of you guys who are overseas. And I know that a lot of you guys are like up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning right now. So I want to be kind of mindful of the time we've been going on for just over an hour and a half here. Okay, this is okay, cool. So when we get into some examples, and when I get into actually how do you actually create all this, the psychology behind that, all that stuff, right? It's gonna blow you guys away. Okay, and so good stuff. Paulo Barroso, head is exploding. No, man, you need your head, dude. Keep it together. Yeah, you got a lot of ideas, man. You got a lot of ideas. Yeah. One idea can make you a millionaire, right? So what if you implemented one of these ideas in your business? See, you know, millionaire status, right? Here is what we're going to do. I want to have Q&A, but before that, I also wanted to tell you guys something that I want to put out there, because a lot of people have been asking me about this private coaching thing. So I'm gonna tell you guys what I'm doing. Okay. Here is the deal. I want to say, let me close up some windows. So I was focusing on doing this kind of stuff over the last 6 years at least, okay, in my business. And I was applying this model in affiliate promotions, I was applying this model in virtually every single promotion, every single, you know, anything that I did really. And a lot of times that this kind of stuff was like running and going totally under the radar. So, you know, I'm not promoting any companies right now, right? You guys know that. What my mission is right now is, my mission personally is to replicating myself and my results that I was able to accomplish over the last, you know, 6 years. So consistently, you know, what did I do? What did I do with affiliate marketing promotions? What did I do with network marketing promotions? What did I do with, you know, creating a funnel, you know, similar thing for an autoresponder, right? Becoming their #1 income earner, you know, taking an income to like $20,000, $25,000, $30,000 per month, right? With an autoresponder. And my current like idea and vision is I am, you know, I haven't been taking private clients for seems like forever now, okay? And people that were inquiring about it, right? It was $20,000 per day for coaching. Now, what I'm going to tell you right now, folks, this is not going to be, you know, I'm not here to pitch you anything at all, okay? Like this, we're going to go through this stuff It's got nothing to do with what I'm about to tell you right now. This is only for those of you who asked for it, okay? And I'll tell you guys what I'm doing here, okay? But you gotta give me 1 second because I got literally 4% battery life. I need to get my charger to my computer. Otherwise, we're all gonna be offline in like a couple of minutes, okay? So give me like a minute. I'll be right back. You can take a look at this while I'm gone. We'll be right back, okay? I can still see you. I'm just gonna go in a different room here, grab me a charger. See, that's what happens when here I am. Told you I was quick, right? That's what happens when you know, when I got a lot of stuff going on and I forget to take my charger with me. Okay, so here we are. And by the way, you don't have to be all professional about this stuff either, man. Just be yourself. You know, that's what it's all about, right? Appreciate you guys. Okay, so here's what we're doing. Here's what we're doing. I decided to take 20 people, okay? Open this up literally for 20 people. And take them as my apprentices, okay? I've never done it before. The idea is simple. The idea is I want to see if I can replicate my results with these 20 people, literally, okay? Help them build this out, give them access to my programmers, designers, work with them directly, give them access. Here's something else, okay? When it comes to the traffic world here, you know, a lot of it has to do with like people that you know, right, and the relationships that you have in the industry, and a lot of you guys will start cultivating those relationships, right, as you progress, as you start doing one thing to another, as you start, as your income grows, as your following base grows, and all of this stuff, right? You will naturally elevate to the top, right? You will rise to the top. You will be like that skyscraper, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay. I want to see people who are currently making money. Okay. So if you're somebody who is currently making money, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 per month. Okay. And if you are the one that, maybe you hit me up asking me if I do private coaching, and I was just turning everybody down lately, right? We may be able to do something for you that's gonna be pretty interesting, okay? I'm calling it the STAR. Let me erase this real quick. It's gonna be called the STAR Private Apprentice Program, but it's gonna be super condensed, and it's going to be extremely powerful and awesome, and I'll tell you what we're going to do in just a minute. And if that's something that you guys will want to do, we'll give you the opportunity. If not, no problem. I really want to see if I can create $20 million earners. Again, never done it before. I'm totally transparent with you. But what we'll do is this. Okay. First of all, we need to get our board to dry. Okay, so wet. So okay, here's what we're doing. $20 people max. Now, I if there's like 3 or 4, whatever. Okay, it's not for everybody. Okay, guys, I'll be totally transparent with you. This is not even a pitch. This is just me putting this out there and just kind of see what happens, right? 20 people max. The reason it's 20 people is because they'll be getting direct access to me and my team. Literally the guys that build Big Idea Mastermind, programmers, designers, okay? And then of course, myself as the strategy kind of guiding you, exactly what to do and helping you shape this thing to work, like what's your outcome with it? How do you want to, what do you want to build, right? For instance, so what do you want to do really? So we're going to take that back from the future, strategize, right? And build a perfect ultimate marketing machine for you, okay? Marketing system for you. I literally put you in contact, direct access to my personal go-to people, and this includes for traffic. Okay, there is a guy I'll be putting you in contact with. This person controls over a billion records. In this, and a lot of them are in business opportunities. So literally every single launch, every single funnel, I mean every single company, multi-level company, network marketing company, direct sales companies. This guy has control over those data. I'll put you directly in contact with him. So the process with that is this: is you say, so there's, let's say, a million records, right? You take a million records, they run it through a cleaning house, right? They clean it for duplicates, for bounces, for all that stuff, and then at the end of on the other side comes out cleaned, polished list, right? And it's not spam or anything like that. So then what we do is we take that, we run it into a mail house, okay, into an email distribution channel. You just literally take the list, you upload it into the mailer, right, and you blast it out. Boom. Right away you have traffic coming in. Now when you have that machine, right, so you have traffic, you funnel it to the machine. Now all of a sudden the machine takes over, right, and it just multiplies, right? And so now what you can do is you can take this traffic, you can sell the traffic if you want to, right? Because this is very, 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 very cheap, because you're going directly to the source. There's no middleman, there's no brokers, there's no agencies, there's nothing, okay? You go direct to the source, you work directly with mailers, and I put you in contact with these people. These are my go-to guys. This is where, where I go to get my stuff, if I need to, crank it up, right? Mailers, I just say, not really mailer, but mail houses. Okay, to where you literally take the list, you upload it, and push a button, goes out, right? I put you in contact with the CPA distribution. Okay, and so what we're going to do is this: instead of taking 6 months to do this and drag this out and do this, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do it in 3 days. Okay, here's how. The way we're going to do this. The way we're going to do this is this, okay? I'm going to take you, and we're going to fly out to my offices, and we're going to sit down. Okay, the reason it's 20 people, no more than 20 people. It can be less, okay, but no more than 20. This is going to be top. Okay, if we get 21, we're going to have to cut it down, because there's only 20 seats of 20. I got 20 chairs, right, at this big table at the office, and it's not going to be an event. It's not going to be a workshop. It's going to be, you fly out to my office, okay? You and I will work together 3 days. 1 day we focus on crafting the system, okay? Ultimate marketing system, and creating massive auto leverage, okay? That's day 1. Day 2, we focus on traffic data. I bring these guys in, okay? This guy that controls billions of records, not billions, but billions something. I mean, there's like a bunch. I bring my mail people, right? I bring my CPA distributions. I bring my key, the 20% of the contacts that bring like 80% of the results. It's more like 10% of the contacts. There's a lot of contacts I have, but about 10% of those contacts bring in about 90% of the results. Okay, guys, I'll just totally transparent with you. I've been in this game for 9 years, well, since 2005, so you do the math on it. Obviously, all that time, you go to events and you mingle with people, and you build your business, and you get on the map, and people call you, and people people notice you and what you're doing, and naturally you build relationships and all that stuff. So basically, my personal mission is to see if we can get these 20 people, right, to step into the 7-figure territory, income-wise, in the next 6 to 12 months. Can I promise you that you're going to be there? No, right? But what I will do is I will work with them, I will work with you, and I will literally give you direct access to all my contacts. I'll introduce you. There's going to be a great relationship. It will be an NDA type encounter. So we're just going to call it, this star. It's going to be a private, office, private client encounter, so to speak. It will be an NDA kind of stuff, because the stuff that you're going to be learning is going to be, it's really going to blow your mind. It's the next level stuff that hardly anybody in the industry knows. Very, very few people know about. Especially if, especially in the area of creating this leverage. It's massive leverage that you can take yourself out of the equation. You can continue to make 100,000, 200,000 a month without doing anything. Like when I stopped promoting Empower, for example, right? I literally, did not do anything for a few months, and my income didn't drop. It's pretty awesome. When I was promoting, when I created, a similar funnel that I showed you for an autoresponder, I literally did not. I just ran one campaign of traffic to that, and then I just let my mass auto leverage layer take over, right? And my check with that company, grew to over $25,000 per month organically. Okay. Didn't do any direct promotions to it. It was all on autopilot. That's kind of stuff we're going to be talking about. It will be NDA type thing. So the process is going to be simple. Okay, guys. If you go to my blog, my private coaching is $20,000 a month. You guys know that. If you've been to my blog, yeah, it's there. Okay. What I decided to do, okay, is this. This first group. Okay, if you want to be in that first, it's going to be 3 days. In 3 days, we're going to knock it out. Okay, so you fly into my office. We spend 3 days together. We set up your systems. You get introduced to my contacts, everything. You leave with your business out the ground. You have direct access to my programmers. You have direct access to me. You have my cell phone. You have my Skype, and you are in my, you become my private client, so to speak. So, what I was thinking, when I was thinking about, how much would I charge for this kind of thing, right? The price is, I think for something like that, a very, very, very fair, would be at least minimum $25,000. Okay, I don't work with anybody privately, especially one-on-one, for less than $20,000 in one day. Okay, what I decided to do is I decided to give it a shot, and just to see, if we can work with a very close group of people, very small, intimate group of people, right? And if I can get them to set these systems up, right, and have them replicate themselves, have them replicate, their marketing efforts, so that they can multiply their income and their business very, very quickly, right? And I think I have a plan to really replicating myself and my results with these guys. Okay, so for this group of people, okay, what I've decided to do is this. I need to know, first of all, this is not going to be for everybody. It's going to be application process. Okay, so you must be already doing something right now. Like if you just got started and you don't know what you're going to be promoting, you don't know, what product, if you like selling, light bulbs at like Walmart or something like that, no offense, but that's not going to be a good fit. I want to make sure that we're a good fit. I want to make sure that, when we work together, I can genuinely help you, because if I can't, I'm not going to take you. And we just want to make sure that, what you're doing is going to be a good fit for my model, and my, vision and what we're trying to accomplish. Okay. So it's going to be, and we're gonna funnel it like this. So we're going to do a strategy. You can book yourself a strategy session with me, okay, starting as soon as tomorrow, or actually starting as soon as tonight, but we can get on the phone with you tomorrow, okay? And I want to find out more about you, okay? So this is going to be like this. Okay, I'm gonna price this at $25,000. Okay, the way it's gonna work is there's gonna be a strategy session. Okay, you're gonna book this. I'm gonna give you a link here in just a second where you can go to book strategy session with me. Okay, you're gonna put $1,000 down, totally refundable, 100% refundable, and you will know if you're accepted or not after we talk. So I want to get on the phone with you one-on-one personally, okay, for about 15 to 30 minutes. I want to talk to you. I want to ask you some questions, and if it's a good fit, we'll move forward. If it's not a good fit, right away you're going to get refunded $1,000. The reason it's $1,000 is because I don't want people who really don't have the money to apply. Okay, I really want to make sure that you can be somebody who can. It's a lot easier for me to if you're already if you already have income coming in, right? If you already make like 1,000, 5,000, 20,000 a month. It's a lot easier for me to help you take that and 10x it. Okay, a lot easier than if you don't know what you want to do. Okay, so that's why there's a deposit of $1,000. Now, here's something I literally just decided to do. Just like last minute. Okay, is 25,000. I'm going to scratch this out this time. This is going to be original. If we ever, depending on how this goes, okay, if we ever bring this back again, it's going to be back at least 25,000. But I'm gonna, if you want to, okay, if you want to book a strategy session by Thursday, okay, 11:59, so midnight, okay, that's this Thursday. If you book your strategy session, regardless if we, let's say if we work or not, right? You'll be able to, you'll get a $15,000 scholarship. Okay, so your program is going to be an investment for your $10,000. Okay. Now, you go through the STAR program. It's a 3-day immersion, is what it is. Okay. You, me, 19 others, max 19 others. Probably less than that. Okay. I deliberately don't want a lot of people in there. Okay. I deliberately want to charge a lot of money so that a lot of people don't. This has to be very intimate. Okay. So just make sure you guys can see this. All right. Okay. Cool. You can still see. Oh, yep. You can still see. Okay. Awesome. So here's the thing. We fly out. Okay, if you're accepted. Okay. If you're accepted, there's a good fit. We fly out to my office. Thinking of the week of. Take a look at the calendar here. It'll be the week of the 20th. So possibly we're thinking of the 24th, 25th, 26th, okay, of this month. Again, if there was a scheduling conflict or whatever, we're still pretty flexible on that, so we can do that that week or pretty much any day as a group of whatever we decide. Okay, but we fly out. We spend 3 days together. You leave with your entire thing. You leave as the star. Okay, as a star graduate, and so that's kind of the plan. Okay. I believe that we can do something pretty awesome, right? If there's a good fit. I am a big believer in spreading the message, and I'm a big believer in crafting, right, the message. So what you can do is you can go to www. Let's see, what's the domain I set up? I just set up a domain right before this. I think it's Oh, okay, it's the 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 star 2014.com. All right, the star 2014.com. The star 2014.com. What I can do is actually I can see if I can pop this over over here. Hold on one sec. One sec, guys. We'll have Q&A here. I got time. I'm gonna stay on here. I just want to give this out for those of you guys who will want to check it out. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so settings, moderation. Okay. To apply for a strategy session. www.thestar2014.com. Okay. So you guys should be able to see that right above in the chat. Right? See that little yellow thingy that just popped in? Okay, now guys, I just want to be super clear. I mean, I know we have like still over 1,300, almost 1,400 people in the room. Guys, listen, you know, this is definitely it's not for everybody, you know, and this is, I don't want you to feel like, you know, if you can't get in this deal, then you're gonna miss out on something great. You know, listen, this is for those of you guys who are, this is like perfect if you're an affiliate marketer, if you are, you know, if you're a network marketer, if you're into a leadership role already, or kind of starting to, or you aspire to be in a leadership role, because that's really what this is, who this is like perfect, okay? You know, you just want to really take your result that you're already having, and you just want to go bam. You know, you want to mass leverage yourself, you want to mass leverage your team, you want to create duplication, you want to create something very similar to what we created with the Idea Mastermind, for you guys who know. But there's a lot of behind the scenes psychological stuff and a lot of the, you know, under the radar kind of stuff. You know, very same process that I, you know, for example, the 48-hour cash machine, right? Back in the days, you know, I took a product, Charlie Page's product, replicated it, and created an automated marketing system behind that. I had people cranking out $30,000, $20,000 months affiliates like it's nothing, and it was growing my income, you know, organically. You know, I had people coming in, and it was awesome. I applied the very same, you know, strategies and very same formula and very same format, almost to the T, to an autoresponder, right? Worked extremely well over there. And I think, you know, when we take you, we take your vision, see what you want to do, work with you, lay it all down, work back from the future, right? I put you in contact with literally everybody that are, you know, the top 10% of my contacts that bring in 90% of my results. You know, if you want to do like almost magical like stuff, right? That people will go, wow, I mean, how did he do that? I mean, I cannot believe he just did that. You know, stuff like, you know, pulling in 300,000 visitors, you know, in a single day. You know, just crazy, ridiculous stuff like that. I literally put you in contact with my, you know, with my people. Everything is organic. Everything is genuine. Everything is real. There is no shenanigans. I know some gurus out there, they're promoting some sort of, you know, Facebook tricks and look how many Facebook followers I'm getting and how many this and this and this. That stuff is shenanigans, and I can prove it to you. Okay. What we're gonna do is gonna be sustainable. It's gonna be reliable. Most importantly, at the end of the day, the measuring stick is your bank account. You know. You know, if you aspire to be, you know, a 7-figure earner, if this is something you want to do, you know, that's for you. Okay, so I'm gonna take some questions. I'm gonna take. Oh, by the way, what we're gonna meet is we're gonna meet in Vegas. Okay, we're not gonna meet in, my offices are in Las Vegas, so we're gonna meet in Vegas. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna have a good time. That's at the same time. So it's gonna be fun. Okay. And most importantly, I'm really looking to work with these people very, very closely. And because my goal with this is really to duplicate my results. I think, the stuff I was able to do proved to be extremely effective. And now, because I'm not promoting any companies right now, not planning to do, to promote any companies really. Now my mission is to replicate what's been working for so many years for myself personally, and work with these people and just replicate massive transformations. And so, the reason I'm excited about this personally is because, let's say if you and I work together, and and we deploy the stuff that we've been talking about, right? And you go out and you create, and you do this with right intentions, which is super important. That's one of the things we're going to be really drilling into when we talk, in a strategy session. Is I want to know what your intention is. I want to really know what what you want. So when we talk, you want to make sure I'm going to ask you about your goals. I'm going to ask you about your bigger vision, about your why. I'm going to ask you about what you're promoting. I want to ask you where you want to go. So make sure that you know all that stuff. Okay. If we can help you become that core, that center, right? That eye of the perfect storm, right? And then you become that leader. You become the star. When I thought of the name, I'm like, what name can you put on this group, right? And literally, you're going to become the star in your own circle, in your industry, in your niche, within your company, right? You can become that star, and the people that you're affecting, like we have, in 1 year with Big Idea Mastermind, we were able to replicate it to over 35 or 36,000 members. Okay, my personal enrolled are about 27 or so hundred. You see the duplication there? Okay. When again, going back to that autoresponder case, I only ran one campaign, and that organically grew my income to over 25,000 a month. Okay, that's the kind of stuff we're talking about here. So if you can be that ripple, if you can be that center, if you can be that cause, if you can be that person with the vision that's going to propagate your idea that's unique to you and your team, and you will build this core group of people around you that will help you spread your message and spread your message and spread your message and spread your message, and then you rise like that skyscraper. You see what I'm saying? That's fulfilling to me. That's really what I want to achieve, right? But I mean, if it's not a good fit, no worries, $1,000 will be sent back to you. Okay, cool. So questions. How can we create our ultimate marketing systems ourselves? That is what we're going to talk about tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to do a part 2 of this training, guys. Again, I don't want you to think like I just, what I was showing you here is a bait and switch kind of deal. No, this is genuinely, we're going to continue with the training. Me, I'm going to continue supporting you, right? I want to see you succeed, right? And if you're ready for the star, right, that's when we're going to talk about that. So, as far as marketing systems, you can create it yourself. We're going to talk about it. If you want to talk about it, I want to dive deep into that stuff in part 2, which let's do that tomorrow. You guys want to do it 9 p.m. Eastern again tomorrow, or do you want to do it like 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow? Let me know. Let me know real quick here. And then if you guys have questions, go ahead and type them up. And I'm gonna stay, if I need to stay for another few minutes here, I want to hang out with you guys, okay? Answer some of your questions here. Can we start at 7 p.m. for second session? Yeah, we can. 600 people. Still have 1,269 people I'm showing here. Still quite a bit of people in the room. Okay. Nine 39399. Looks like 9 is dominating, but so it's a mixture between 3 and 9, huh? 9939. Ha ha ha. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. All right. 99939. Looks like a battle between 3 and a 9. Wow. Okay. Paul just texted me. He's like, signed up, but can we change the dates? Mr. Paul Burros, looking forward to hanging out with you, man. Can we please, can you change the dates? We have an Empower Network event to attend. Could you please change the week or the week after? Yeah, if there was a conflict in schedule, man, I'm pretty open, to that. But I just want to do it in the next, within the next few, within the next couple to 3 weeks, if possible, because I don't want to drag this out. I want to get together with you guys, get this done, and get you going. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do, guys. Please stop the chat. This thing is going like 1,000 miles an hour, man. Woo, I'm getting dizzy just looking at this thing. All right, my goodness, I didn't know this live feed could fly that fast, man. All right, my goodness. Okay, so guys, if you can please stop the chatter here. What I will do is I'm gonna send out a quick survey. It looks like 3 and 9. So I really want to accommodate the overseas people. Those guys who are overseas. So we'll see. We'll figure something out. We'll find a happy medium, so to speak. Okay. All right. I'm gonna stop for a minute here and allow you guys to stop the chatter. And go ahead and type your questions. If you have any questions, go ahead and type them out real quick. I want to answer your questions, you guys. All right. All right. So questions. Can you do a raffle for one newbie to be the next star? Here's the thing, Trevor. I want to make sure. See, the idea behind the star program is this is not. If you already have a very good idea of what you want to do, right? If you're not, let me give you a criteria. Okay, who I'm looking for. I'm looking for people who are already doing something. They have been in the trenches a little bit. They understand a little bit of marketing, right? They don't have to have massive success, but I want them to be able to. I want them to be at least minimum, bare minimum $1,000 a month in income, consistently. Okay, consistently, preferably 5,000 to 20,000 per month. That's like preferred income level. Because I believe that we can take those folks and we can help them go to like over 100,000 very quickly. Okay. Again, no promises, no guarantees. That's what we're going to be shooting for. Okay. Why? Because I'm replicating myself, and I know what I know, right? And I know what's been working, well for me. And so what we're going to do is take that person, put him here, put him with all the tools and all the arsenals and everything that I personally use in my business, and let him run, right? And then I'm there to support, for the first 30 days really. But everything's going to happen in 3 days. I set you up with my programmers, designers, put you in contact with the data guys. Boom, you have traffic coming into this replicated thing, right? Massive leverage. If you're a newbie, I don't know what you're into. I don't know what you're doing. Okay, you can still apply for a strategy session if you want, and we're going to talk. Okay. But I want to make sure that you don't promote anything that's just I don't want to. I want to stay away from the word scammy, but something that's shady. You know what I mean? Something that's not actually delivering results for people. I want to make sure that what you're doing, you believe in what you're doing. I want to make sure that the product is actually a good, legitimate product. Right, that's something that I can, personally stand behind. You can stand behind, that kind of stuff, right? Go ahead and apply for the strategy session if you want. put the $1,000 deposit. If you're not accepted, you get it back. And if, after we talk, if there was a good fit, what you will do is you can just do just send the rest, 9,000, and you can get accepted. Okay. After I want to make sure that this is clear. Speaking of which, and this is going to be the last time we're going to come back to this. For the $15,000 scholarship, you have to apply. You have to apply for a strategy session before Thursday midnight. Okay, this coming Thursday. Today's Tuesday, so you got about 48 hours or so. After Thursday midnight, scholarship goes away. This goes back to 25,000. I deliberately don't want the price to be too low because the people I'm working with, these are going to be movers and shakers, and and I want to make sure that there's the price is according. I mean, I paid $25,000 for for workshops that, I got a couple of great ideas, but nothing anywhere near this level of stuff that we're going to be doing. Okay, especially me bringing all the contacts, and we're going to be in the room. We're going to be hanging out together. We're going to be eating lunches. We're going to be going places. We're going to be right there, in the conference room behind the table. So that's that. But again, just making sure, guys, if you miss this Thursday, it goes back to 25,000. I told you, there's going to be no scholarship at that time, and so just so you know, okay, to get the scholarship, make sure you apply before Thursday. Questions? You're so handsome now, Vic. Thank you, Abraham. Appreciate you, man. Anyone want to talk traffic? Facebook me. Okay, cool. Adam. 3 p.m. help iPass at our network, and then let's see, started iPass, and you're listed as my coach. I don't promote iPass personally, guys. I don't promote Empowered Network personally. I think the reason that I was showing up as a coach for somebody is because it was there by default. What we will be doing though is for those of you guys who are Big Idea Mastermind members. Okay, if I'm showing as your coach, if you have other Big Idea Mastermind members coaches, what we'll be doing is we're not going to leave you hanging, even though I'm not promoting anything directly. Okay, guys, we're still continuing with trainings. Okay, we had a great, just awesome hangout and video that we recorded with our leadership group with Big Idea Mastermind last week. We will be making that video available as a leverage point, right, for the iPass Black members and Big Idea Mastermind team. So that stuff is coming, and we are starting the BIM show. It's going to be inside of the iPass. Okay, so guys, if like I'm showing your coach, whatever, we're going to take care of you. Okay, we're going to take care of you, not only myself, but as a team, we're going to take care of you. Okay. Let's see. I have a personal proposal, but I have to explain it to you, what I'm thinking. So I will have to write an email to you. Can I do it? Yes, if you want to write an email to our support and just tell them to forward it to me, that's fine too. The ultimate marketing system works all the time, or we have to create new system every time? No, the ultimate marketing system works every single time. That's the beauty of it, and it works organically. You have to give it a push a little bit in the beginning, and that's why that traffic stuff is going to really help. You just run a campaign or two in the beginning, you let it run, right? You let it roll, and that's like a snowball rolling downhill. Okay, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and faster and faster and bigger and bigger, and then you're duplicating, you're replicating yourself. Really, really cool. That's the beauty of it, right? That's why I'm personally so excited about this kind of stuff. And yeah, it's a long-term. It's a long-term evergreen type deal. Okay. Let's see. Will there be another session apart from this one anytime soon? There could be, guys. I'm just playing by ear. I mean, I'm just like, I've been busy working on a lot of stuff. High Traffic Academy 2.0 is going to be opening up, I was working a lot on that. By the way, if you guys are, High Traffic Academy 1.0 members, again, you just watch your email. You'll be getting authenticated into the new system, right? That is coming up. I was just working, working a lot of stuff. There's a technology we're developing, behind the scenes, and there's a lot of stuff we're working on. that I can't really review right now still, but it's good stuff. And as far as trainings, I want to make sure that I don't want to put these up too often, but at the same time, I want to bring you guys some stuff to not only make you think, right? Because I think when you stretch yourself as a marketer, right, when you start thinking about ideas and stuff you never thought before, right, that's gonna open your mind to be receptive to ideas that can, really expand and accelerate your growth, right, in your business. So a lot of times, I don't just want to do a webinar just to take your time. I really want to plant that seed for you, and then over the next, a couple of videos, whether on my blog or through, trainings like these, we can just kind of dissect it, and dive deeper and deeper into that, and then this thing's gonna click. The thing is this: you don't need a lot of ideas. You don't need a lot of, a lot of trainings. You just need to act on one or two or maybe three ideas and put them to work, right, and stick to it until you see results. Okay, so. I mean, I can do more of these trainings if you guys want. I don't want to overload you with information. How can you get traffic on demand? Very good question. Let's cover that tomorrow. Okay. I want to show you guys some specific sources where you can go to get traffic on demand if you want to do that. Do you do your own hosting? I'm not sure what you mean by your own hosting. I do have a hosting, person that takes care of my hosting for me. Awesome. See you tomorrow. Please 9 o'clock or record it. Okay, cool. Where can I go to get access to information that can help me grow and learn fast? Reading material. Where can I go to get access to information that can help me grow and learn fast? So I'm not sure what information you're talking about to grow fast. Like, what I would suggest to you is if you want to take your business and grow your business, right? That house we've been talking about, that metaphor, right? What you want your business to look like, that house, what do you want it to look like? The good book to read would be Good to Great. Okay, that's, I would highly recommend that. That's more of like a business book. Another one is The Greatest Business Decisions of All Time. I don't remember the author of that. Another great one, that's aside from, like, I mean, I'm a big believer in reading, right? At least 30 minutes a day. Anything that would, there's two areas I want to focus on. I want to focus on personal growth and professional growth. Okay. So if you just take 30 minutes a day and focus on your personal growth, read inspirational stuff, read biographies, read like the stuff that I'm into, like especially like right now is I'm studying companies, right? I study like, Apple and Oracle and Zappos and Microsoft, right? And I just study companies, Google, right? Facebook. I study like what made them to be, to get to where they are today, right? What are the shifts and changes and, what obstacles they ran into. And, miraculously, man, it's amazing that virtually all those companies were this close to being bankrupt, this close to going backwards, okay? And so that encourages me, right? That shows me, you may be this close to thinking, I'm just gonna give up. I mean, if you read the story of Zappos, right? Tony Hsieh's story, he was climbing up this mountain and his business was literally, like falling apart and everything. I mean, they literally, they were up to here, in crap, and how he almost gave up, but he didn't, right? And just turned everything around the very last minute. I mean, it's amazing. If you guys haven't read a Delivering Happiness book, go pick it up. It's called Delivering Happiness. Amazing read, amazing book, amazing business book, amazing inspirational story. It's gonna help you a lot. And then business, professional growth, right? So personal growth, professional growth. Your business is gonna be a direct reflection of you, right? Your mental toughness, your thinking, right? How you see yourself, how you see your business. Like when everybody's saying, it's not gonna work, but because you have perspective on all these other companies and what they did, and you kind of comparing it to what you're going through, right? you have that belief system, right? You have that belief that, you know what, it's going to work. And as long as you do, you know, certain things in a certain way, you know it's going to work. Doesn't matter what everybody else is saying. See, that's mental toughness. See, that's personal confidence, right? And sometimes you have to, a lot of times, you know, you have to have that in order to go to the next level. But there's also professional development that you need to, you know, work on, which is getting better professionally, right? If you're into marketing, you need to learn everything about marketing. You need to learn everything about traffic, conversions. That's the two things you need to really master, right? And then the stuff we've been talking about here, that's like the next level stuff. I mean, you don't really have to have this. You know, you can still make 20,000 a month without this kind of stuff. But if you want to, you know, take yourself to the 7 figures and really become the star of the industry, apply this kind of stuff, man, you're taking the business to the level that you can. I mean, it's just awesome, you know. But personal and professional development, guys, 30 minutes a day each, you know, maybe an hour of your life, so worth it. Okay, so worth it. Do it. Let's see. Why can go to Ultimate Builder, can't go to GoDaddy? I'm not sure. Anybody have issues opening up that site? There might be depending on what part of the world you're in, there might be a little delay in domain forwarding. So you may want to check out a little bit later. What is the best MLM affiliate software that replicates sites and does everything? Peter, that's a very good question. Up to this point, we have been everything has been custom designed and custom coded by my designers. All my stuff. There is something that we're working on that will allow anybody to be able to create this type of stuff without the need of designer or or a programmer. So it's going to be really awesome. Stay tuned for that. You know, there's a piece of technology that's currently in development that's a world class, and you guys will hear about it. Let's see. Is High Traffic Academy 2.0 free for to Big Idea Mastermind members? If you had High Traffic, here's the bottom line about High Traffic. If you had High Traffic Academy 1.0, you'll be grandfathered in. You should have received an email. If you are one of those people who were in Big Idea Mastermind and got that special promotion we had going on, you know who you are. I'm not gonna take too much time on that. You guys also get it. Okay, so if you didn't have High Traffic, you are not going to get it. I'm going to be putting out tremendous amounts of free training before we launch High Traffic, so you guys will see that. We always do that kind of stuff. So it's going to be beneficial. Either way, you're going to benefit. Okay, just stay tuned. Check your email often and see what's up. So, will HTA1 VIP people hold VIP status in HTA2? Yes. We're going to talk traffic. Yes, we will be talking about traffic. Quick comment on Income Speedway training. Income Speedway, guys, you are a different separate group, and there's way too many people who are not in that. Watch for the email on that. I'll email you guys probably in the morning. Okay. Is Big Idea Mastermind still running and updated? Big Idea Mastermind system is not running because I'm not promoting anything. So what we did is we funneled Big Idea Mastermind people who were using our system. We turned them over to and just kind of funneled everybody to iPads. That's a system. And then as far as training, we're still behind that, and we're still supporting and providing training as a backbone for that as well. Okay, for Big Idea. Okay, let's see. Vick, you need to come to Brazil. That'd be awesome to go to Brazil and hang out with you guys. What's up? What's going on in Brazil? You guys are doing something cool there, or what? All right. Let's see. So if you guys have if you guys have any other questions that's not that's different from what I've answered already, post them. And if not, then we're gonna wrap it up, and I'll see you guys sometime tomorrow. How's that? If you want to come back here, we can see you tomorrow. Yeah, this thing is a little bit delayed. Okay, cool. In the star, when you say access to your key contacts, what does that mean? That means that people that I go to, there's a huge. I'm gonna introduce you guys. So if you guys go to the star, I got this thing flying around. I'm not just swinging my hands here. I'm actually moving away this little, fluffy thing flying around here. So when we get together in Vegas, right, for the star group, I will bring in one of the days what is going to be all about traffic. It's going to be about contacts. I'm going to introduce you guys to all of my key contacts. So all of my key people that I go. So let's say if I wanted to get, I don't know, 100 visitors or 100,000 visitors in a day, right? If I just wanted to prepare the campaign, well, I mean, I can run a bunch of, solo ads and Facebook ads and PPC, PPV, all that stuff, and just kind of monitor that. Or I can go to one source and I can say, look, I need 100,000 clicks, real unique clicks, verified clicks, okay, to my site. Okay, here's the site. Takes a look at the site. It gets me enough data, right? We take the data, he cleans the data, everything's clean, right? Polished, everything's good. Okay. I can get phone numbers, I can get email addresses, I can do direct mail, I can do whatever, and it's that data can be as long as as old as 7 days old, as old as 3 days old, or as 60, 90 days old, right? You decide, right? And so this person, he is the go-to guy when it comes to data. I mean, he controls over 1 billion records, okay, of the most current data in BizOp, different verticals, but a lot of it is business opportunity. So you can go to him, right? And I'm going to introduce you to him, right? So you can set yourself up. The key there is you don't want to go and get a bunch of data when you're competing with other people who are getting the same kind of data. You see what I'm saying? You want to stand out. You want to have your own unique, automated marketing system, okay? Ultimate marketing system. You want to have your own thing going so that you are unique. Your business is unique, right? You're not like everybody else. You don't look like everybody else, right? You don't use the same replicated system everybody else is using, right? For you, you want to stand out because you want to be that skyscraper, right? And then you want to replicate your success, and then you want to build other skyscrapers on your team. Okay, similar stuff that I'm doing right now. Okay, we started out with an idea, in 2012, end of 2012. I tested a simple campaign for myself, made a whole bunch of money, right? We created a replicated system around the idea, and now we have tons and tons and tons of people who are, who have made multiple six-figure incomes using the very same system that I created, right? So that's the kind of the same, idea. Now, the programmers, the designers, all those contacts, okay, you'll be introduced to, and traffic guys, and and CPA distribution, and some other, a couple other surprises. I'm not gonna tell you right now, but you guys will be very, very pleasantly surprised in that. So let's see. Okay, guys. So with that being said, that is it. Okay, that is it. We're gonna call it. We're gonna call it a day. We've been going on for 2.5 hours, and I had a lot of fun hanging out with you guys. I look forward to hanging out with you again, most likely tomorrow. What I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna send you a survey. Okay, if you would do me a favor and tell me what time works best for you, right, on a survey. And then, you know, if 9 o'clock wins, we'll do it at 9 o'clock. If 3 o'clock wins, we'll do it at 3 o'clock. Okay. But we'll do another follow-up, you know, part 2 of this stuff. Remember, whatever you decide to do, guys, this is your business. Okay, this is your skyscraper. Go ahead and build it. Aspire to build the most amazing skyscraper you can build, the most amazing business you can build, and don't focus on the minutia of the everyday, you know, everydayness. You know what I mean? Like what everybody else is doing, like what everybody else is focusing on. You focus on a vision that's higher than everybody else's. You focus on something much bigger, something different. You know, that's how you win big, right? And you don't promote products, you promote visions. You speak about your vision. You know, you talk about your vision. You build your vision. You constantly nurture it so that when you wake up, go to drink a water at 2 o'clock in the morning, or go to use a restroom at 4 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? When you think of that idea, man, you don't want to go to sleep. Like it fires you up. You see what I'm saying? Now, that's something that you need to really get clear on, right? Find it out, and never, ever, ever, ever give up, my friend. I look forward to hanging out with you again soon. And if you will be applying for a strategy session, again, go to the Star 2014. The URL is right at the top in the yellow. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow if you apply. And with that being said, have a great night. God bless you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for being my follower, my subscriber, my customer. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.